Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure being here with you today. We're going to be having a good conversation, and I have a special guest today. Someone that I met a couple of years ago. We've been through a beautiful path, a path that it's going deep inside, and that we can talk more about coherence, that we can talk about mental, emotional regulation. And let me introduce directly to the point here my friend, Stephanie Rhymes.
Hello.
Hi, Stephanie. It's a pleasure receiving you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great. I know that sometimes we feel in situations that, especially today, that we don't know what to say or we don't know what to do, but it doesn't matter, right? So what can you tell me about this, about the state of presence?
Mm. And you're so spot on because coming in here, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know the subject matter either. And it's just important to take a moment and connect to your center and just kind of hold your focus, hold your attention there. And that allows your heart and your brain to connect and move into coherence.
Great. That's perfect because the question that I ended up sending to you, it was actually the question that it was in my mind because I did not have anything planned. I did not have, I mean, for usually in life, we have so many things that we plan and that we have to follow a structure. And by the time that you just sat there, and all I could say was, okay, I have here my friend. And as a friend, that's the way that we can connect. And it was beautiful to hear that.
It's kind of liberating, isn't
Isn't it?
it?
I love it. I love it. I just love it.
Or you don't have to stay within any
Yeah.
lines. It's
Yeah, and basically, when we talk about neuroproductivity, and this is the reason why we're here on this podcast, because we've been, um, can I say, spreading the word and explaining what neuroproductivity here is, has nothing to do with productivity itself in terms of performance. And I would like to bring these two words, productivity and coherence, because it sounds that productivity has to do with doing more. But when we hear that when we are not coherent, uh, productivity becomes something that is not liberating. Productivity is something that we need to follow an agenda. And when we add coherence to productivity, that I call literally neuroproductivity, it brings that feeling of we are free to be,
agreed.
right?
Absolutely. And what was going through my mind actually when you were saying that is our society is so conditioned to go, 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 do, do, do. Like we have to constantly be
Yeah.
producing. And when you're able to kind of step back and make that connection, you can still be very productive, but the focus isn't on production, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And like you said, you can move through it freer and just calmer and more peaceful, I feel.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And that's where the connection exists, right?
Absolutely.
And then let's go. I would like to hear a little bit about you, but not what you do. I mean, I know a lot. We've been through this journey for a couple of years,
Yes.
and we have something that is going on very soon. And I know everyone is getting excited. There's some anxiety behind it because we are going on stage. We're putting our words out. So, first of all, I would like to appreciate. I would like to say here freely that I really appreciate your trust on the process because it was like some years of trust, and now you're ready. You're just you're closing the chapter of a long journey at the School of Neuro Productivity, and now you're ready to share your message. And I remember in the beginning when the message was not the message, and the mind was asking, I don't know what the message is. I don't know what I'm going to be at the end. How do you feel as of today? I know it's not ready, right? Because we're never ready, but how do you
Right,
feel it
define
today?
ready.
Yeah.
Today, I feel so much more confident, more at peace, um, far more excited, and ready to share my message.
Beautiful.
Um, you approach the original idea that I had, and where my mind was just an overdrive, and I was constantly trying to create a structure, put it in a box, label it, and I don't want to say wasted, but I spent a
Yeah.
lot of time trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And over a lot of time,
Hmm.
I came to the realization that there's nothing to figure out. You have to connect with your essence,
Yes.
and your essence will bring this message.
Yeah, and this is sometimes a little bit far from. I mean, when you're starting the process, this is kind of confusing or a lot of doubts in the beginning, right?
Extremely.
Yeah. And what would be the probably the first step that you, if you could remember, or if you could go back there in time and say something that you did not know or something that helped you start the process?
Well, our work together helped tremendously. I have
Of
to
course.
say that. But I mean, I wouldn't probably be here
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
ready to share my message had we not done all the beautiful work together that we
Oh my
have.
gosh.
That being said, trust was a big part of it. And that might come across, I don't want it to come across like haphazardly,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a big word.
It is.
And
It is.
and it took me a long time, like all that time that I spent trying to figure it out. I didn't trust myself.
And how you can trust somebody else, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, my ability to trust myself and others was low. I say low. I
I almost
mean,
heard that you would say love, and I said, love, no,
yeah,
low, okay,
low,
low.
low. Like I say low, but I didn't always trust very easily. I
Hmm.
mean, I would certainly see the good in others, but like, am I going to put everything in someone else's hands, so to speak, or trust myself? Um, and so a lot of the work I've done on myself over this time and done with you has taught me that where to find the trust within.
Yeah, beautiful. And it gets me to, or catch my attention back to the values exercise, right? Because trust is,
Absolutely.
it's probably what's missing or lacking in humanity,
Very much so.
right? And then at the end of the day, it's a lack of value. It's probably how can I value myself or how can I value others?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
self worth
Yeah.
and seeing the worth in others too. And it's funny you brought up values. I remember us having this conversation. And when we first did this exercise, I was like, never even thought about values. Like, I
Interesting,
mean,
right?
it never crossed my mind. I mean, I would think about like what I stood for,
Yeah.
but it's deeper than that.
But let's cross the bridge now
Hmm.
from the beginning of the process to the, not the end, because we're never finished. The end never, it never, I mean, an ongoing process. So, but what are you able to share now? What are you gonna be doing on stage? Because you're going on stage probably like in 6 weeks. And are you ready?
No, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
It's exciting, and this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So
Beautiful.
it's very exciting and scary,
Yeah.
but it's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right?
Wow. That is, I mean, at the end of the day, this conversation is going very deep. So, and let me see here. When you say it's scary, and we've been working on that feeling, that sensation of the fear, because it's good. It's really good.
It is, but what keeps coming to me is this fear is ego based.
Yes.
So this fear is really my ego being worried that I'm not going to speak perfectly, or the audience won't resonate with my message,
Yeah.
or all the things we can make up in our
Okay.
thinking mind.
So it's time for us to share your message. I mean, what is that? What is the message? What is, like, in a very short sentence? What is it?
Be the lighthouse.
Oh my gosh. And what that lighthouse has to share with the world.
Well, a lighthouse is a guidepost. It's always shining. It never even thinks about needing to shine. It doesn't question how bright it is. It's just there. It's steady. It's on, and it's bright.
Wow. I love it because when I see you saying this so confident, I remember every single step that you're taking, every fear that you had along the way,
A lot.
and now being like in a situation like this, a conversation that we had never had, like in this way, live with a camera here.
Never.
I
And
mean,
not having any idea what we were going to speak about.
I'm very impressed because I think that was what I was actually looking for.
Coherence.
Yeah. Because coherence has to do with the real truth. And it's not the truth, but at least what is inside of you. That gives you the
Agreed.
power, gives you the confidence, that gives you the love that you are.
Absolutely.
Be the lighthouse.
And we all are lighthouses.
Yes.
So a part of my message is to perhaps guide others, or remind others that they too are lighthouses.
So if you allow me to share, and feel free if not, okay?
Okay.
Because now we are, okay. But
We're in
something
it.
very personal. As part of the exercise, one of the exercises that I remember when you're writing the book, your book, Be the Light, and it's part of the program of the profession of the new era that you are together along with other authors. And I'm so glad, and I really, literally, I'm glad and literally happy because you accepted the challenge of becoming, and along with me and the team and everybody that is so brilliant together to create this book. But there was one time that when you had it written and you were still asking yourself, and I remember, and again, you were in a specific place and we were on a call, and I said, Stephanie, time for you to talk to, I think, 2 or 3 people. I think 3 people. You're going to share that. You're going to read that book. You're going to, it's 3 people that you had never met. You were traveling, and how was that experience? If you can, you say, okay, like if you want to share something, or how you can share that, because the moment when I challenged you with talking to a stranger about your book, I understood that was literally a challenge that you felt like, oh, and how was it?
Immediate resistance. I mean, well, I take that back. When you asked me the question, I was like, yeah, like I'm going to do this, and I could feel how important it was
But
for
there was
my
trust,
growth.
because there was trust in our relationship,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah, yeah.
But we finished the call, and then the resistance kicks in, and I'm like, what did I just agree to do? I don't know. And I definitely hesitated. Like I sat on it for a few days.
Good to know, because I did not know that
Yeah,
part literally like this.
yeah. I was like, uh-oh. But I'm not going to let myself down. I'm not going to let you down. Like we made this agreement,
You
right?
first. You
yeah,
first.
me first, of course. And so I had to sit on it. I mean, I'll say procrastinate, but procrastinate's kind of right. It was sort of a mindful waiting because I didn't feel ready.
Yeah.
Again, that's ego.
The
And ready.
The book is not good. The message is not there.
Exactly. And so But the experience was rather liberating because it was very out of my comfort zone. I'm not one to necessarily walk up to a stranger and start talking. I mean, I'm always polite. I'll say hello, how
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
But,
Well, who
I'm
are
not going
you?
to
What are
try
you
to
gonna
get
do it? Yeah.
into, inside of them, so to
Yeah.
speak. And it was really, I'll say surprisingly well. It went really smoothly. So
Nice.
after I spoke with the first person who was very warm and engaging and wanted to read the chapter after. And then I was nervous to send it because like, oh, like,
It's gonna be a disaster.
yeah, I'm like, it's not ready. Like at that stage, it still kind of felt like a very much a work in progress.
Yeah.
And to have this stranger read like my personal
Mm-hmm.
feelings, I'm more of a private person, so it was scary to do that. And it was really well received.
Beautiful.
And after doing that, like the next ones were a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It's still not comfortable, but it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah, especially because at the end of the day, your book, your writing, somehow will go to strangers that you don't even
Yeah.
know, and we need to feel comfortable,
I do now.
right?
Then I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. Right.
But I do now.
Yeah, and when we realize that everybody has a message, everybody has something to share, and everybody has a way to be that light in somebody
Absolutely.
else, even if it's one person. Sometimes our mind keeps saying that we need to impact so many people, but it's not about impacting the whole humanity. In order for us to impact humanity, we need to impact one person.
It's interesting that you say that because that was a big part of my struggle in the beginning when I was trying to create this structure and this package and label it and make it a thing. And it was that need that of needing to reach groups. I won't say all of humanity. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but
aiming that
big
big
group,
yet, but
group.
it needed to be 20 people or,
Yeah.
and then you come to the realization that reaching one person is absolutely beautiful because that one person could lead to another
Yeah,
person and
yeah,
that ripple
yeah.
effect that we
It
talk
is
about is
ripple effect.
created.
Yeah, that has to do with the lighthouse
Which has to
because
do
the
with the
lighthouse is a
lighthouse.
huge ripple effect,
Absolutely.
and it's just beginning. Wow. It brings to my attention also that I received a call yesterday from someone, like a student, has been over, I mean, probably 5 years, and she's in Brazil, and she organized events, and she's the one that organized my events. You know it. I don't know Rosette. I'm gonna say the name Rosette. That's for you, because she sent me a message yesterday with a huge surprise that we had been in so many events, and she's been helping me with events in Brazil, and it's not easy. It's not easy to put 10 people together, 50 people together, 100 people together. I've been to events for thousands of people together. But then she created this event for 700 people. She was expecting 700 people,
Wow.
and she was organizing it for 2 weeks. But the day of the event, 7,000 people showed up. Yes, yeah, that's how I felt. It was yesterday when she called me, and I said, it all started with one.
Talk about a ripple effect.
Yeah. And she was like, you can't imagine how ready I was. And I don't know how I could handle if that was in the beginning. But when we are ready and we know what that is, we can manage.
Mhm.
If 7,000 was the number that was given to her, it's because she was ready. And that's what I tell you now. By being ready for one, so by being ready for this stage that I don't even know how many people it will be there to see you, but I saw it and I know it how many people will be there, hundreds. Be ready because you're the lighthouse.
I'm ready. It's time.
Beautiful. So thank you so much for trusting. You started with trust. So trusting, I would say trusting is the big word. Thank you so much for trusting yourself, trusting the process, and keep moving, because that was the beautiful thing. And but I would like to hear like how you can finalize with anything that you, any message that you would like to leave from the lighthouse.
Well, I first want to thank you for your confidence in me. Oh, these years of working together, you've seen so much change and you've encouraged so much for me. So thank you.
Thank you.
Um, and a final statement regarding the lighthouse would be just I encourage people to trust their own lighthouse and to know that they too are a lighthouse, and that by them seeing their own light, they will allow or open for others to see theirs too.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing this and sharing your message, sharing your light, and that your light may shine and open space for so many people to come. Thank you so much, Stephanie. It was a pleasure. It was an honor to be serving you, and you're ready. So take everything that you got, and let me share with you. I'm gonna do something formally. This, like, not as a, I don't want to say this, but I mean a very important book that you can carry this with you. Not that you're going to repeat, not that you're going to get this as something that you have to do, but as a symbol, because this book is the symbol of all my work, that you can take it, take the energy, and you can share this with your people, not about the neuroproductivity, but about the light of the lighthouse. So, as a symbology here, you
Wow.
receive this
Thank
as a
you.
present. Okay?
Thank you so much. It's
Yeah.
an honor to receive it and
Yeah.
to be able to share this with
Yeah.
others
Yeah.
along with
Thank you
my
so
light.
much.
Thank you, Edel.
Thank you so much for you that has been watching this podcast. We here talk about neuroproductivity, remembering that neuroproductivity has to do with emotional regulation, mental clarity for coherent actions. And once we have that coherence, our results get sustainable. And this is what we are looking in life, sustainable results, so that we can live fully. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in our next podcast.